What's happening? This is Kevin Dolan for the NBA Tip-Off Show, Tuesday's edition. Here with the big game breakdown for Dallas at Sacramento. Dallas takes on Sacramento tonight, obviously over in California, and there really hasn't been a much better moneymaker on the season as a whole than this Dallas team coming off a no-rest situation. As you know, the Mavericks are going to red-hot 19-9 to the over across the last 28 games from coming off a back-to-back situation. That'll be the case for them tonight, obviously, for both teams, in fact. But, you know, especially the Mavericks, who come off a 10-point win over the Utah Jazz last night on the road with, you know, Luka Dončić putting up a triple-double in that game, scoring 29 points as well. And, you know, he'll be ready to go once again tonight, obviously. So it'll largely come down to whether or not Sacramento's 18th ranked scoring defense can do enough to slow him down here. You know, a player that ranks as the NBA's points per game leader this season. And that's a scenario that arguably looks a little unlikely given the Kings rank an even lower 22nd on defensive efficiency at home this season. However, what Sacramento may lack in defense this year, they more than make up for at the opposite end of the court, ranking top 10 defensive scoring this season, offensive efficiency at home, plus 3-point shooting rate as well, with both De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis causing havoc in terms of steals and rebounds for the Kings this season as well. These two teams combined for 235 points the last time they met back in January, but that was with Dallas shooting well under both their three-point shooting percent average and especially their overall shooting percentage from the floor in that game as well, you know, sitting almost 5% off where their current season-long numbers reside. So given their recent form, you know, those numbers for Dallas are very likely to improve here tonight. You know, on top of that, we have a situation with the Kings on Tuesday coming in of that dismal three-point shooting effort that they put up against the Philadelphia 76ers last night, hitting just 26.3% on average, you know, well south of their 37.4% home season average this year. So I'm expecting both teams to find form from an offensive standpoint tonight and, you know, looking for this game to go over the total as a result on Tuesday. And what should be a high-scoring affair over in Sacramento between the Mavericks and the Kings. Switching over to a best bet, I'm going to take a look at the side in this same game. But before I do, I just want to remind everyone that the Champions League soccer quarterfinals and Europa League quarterfinals are only a couple of weeks away. We've had an absolutely outstanding season over in Europe so far this year. 17.7% ROI across all of our European bets to date. We rank as the number one UEFA soccer handicapper at wagers across the entire season. So get on board our special end-of-season UEFA pass that gets you Champions League, Europa League, Europa Conference League, 3 entire competitions for one low price when using code UEFA79, UEFA79, as we look to close out the season strong before the Champions League final takes place on June 1st. Don't forget to like the video before we jump into the best bet as well. It really helps us out. But in terms of the best bet, I'm going to take the Dallas Mavericks on the side here to continue their recent winning run and get the outright victory tonight against the Sacramento Kings. You know, Dallas have really been delivering of late at both ends of the court. You know, 10.7-point average scoring margin across the last 3 starts. The defensive efficiency metrics ranked number 1 in the league across that same time frame as well. Second on opponent three-point shooting percentage also. And, you know, they're facing a team tonight in Sacramento that, you know, while their own three-point shooting percentage was way off against Philadelphia last time out, and you know, I am expecting some sort of resurgence tonight from them in that regard. They nevertheless gave up just 8 turnovers in that game against the Sixers, you know, well below their season game average of 13.3 this year. So regression might come at both ends of the court for Sacramento tonight, which, you know, is not something you want against a team in Dallas who, you know, it's really difficult to find much fault with how they're playing right now, either, you know, on offense or defense. So I'm expecting Dallas to win this game outright on Tuesday. The Mavericks have covered 8 of their last 9 games outright as is. So I'm expecting more of the same here on Tuesday and for them to deliver on the road against Sacramento later tonight. Dallas Mavericks to win for me outright. Best bet. Thanks for watching.